Hi, I'm Carol Hart from Open Heart, and today I'd like to share with you how to make an herb vinegar. But before we do that, I thought the best place to start is actually out in the garden. This is my herb bed, and we've just had our first nice frost, so it is a perfect time to cut down tender perennials and protect the plant for the winter, and then use those herbs to make a nice vinegar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my clippers and I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to cut these herbs down. So just bringing them on in, cut them all off, leaving about an inch maybe of the stem poking up from the ground or so. You don't have to, get too nervous about this. This is pretty basic. So just clipping all of this off. Wow, this smells really good. Tarragon has this wonderful anise scent and flavor to it, making it perfect for an herb flavored vinegar. I'm just going to put some mulch over the top, piled up pretty good so it can act as a kind of blanket over the winter time so that root ball doesn't freeze, and it will help bring all this back in the spring, which is just great. That's a nice thick coat. I've probably got a good couple of inches there, and that ought to do it for us. So we're going to head on into the kitchen, and I'll clean up this tarragon, spin it out, and then we'll put it in the container and get some vinegar on there. So we're in the kitchen, and I've cleaned and spun dry the tarragon, and so now what we're going to do is simply put it in a container that's large enough to hold all this tarragon. We're really going to mash it in there to really make sure that it's just jam-packed full of herbs. So, and you just don't have to worry about whether you're breaking any stems, doesn't matter. Just jam it on in there. Kitchen's going to start smelling a lot like tarragon, which is just awesome. That takes care of all the tarragon. And now I'm going to put some champagne vinegar over the tarragon. You could also use white wine vinegar, and I've done that as well. I did that earlier this year with an earlier harvest of tarragon. So you just pour it on in, and you just want to be sure that you're covering your herbs completely with your vinegar. Okay, that's first two bottles. We're looking pretty good. Just jam that down there and put the next two bottles. And there you have it. So now all you do is put the lid on your container, and we're going to let this steep for 30 days. Once that is done, then you will strain it through a fine sieve or perhaps even a coffee filter and put it in whatever jars that you've chosen to store these items in. I did some vinegar earlier this year, probably, well, what does it say, August, and this is a batch of tarragon vinegar I did, and you'll see that not only will it have this flavor of tarragon when you taste it, but it has this wonderful amber color because the vinegar pulls the color out of the herb, and so you have this great color. Another vinegar I made this year was from purple basil, and very interestingly it has this wonderful kind of ruby color to it. The purple actually has a red color base to it, and that vinegar really pulled that out. So this vinegar looks fabulous, and of course it's going to taste like basil. So it's awesome. Now You know, I've done single herb vinegars, but you can certainly blend vinegars if you want perhaps an Italian style vinegar and you want to combine, say, oregano with some thyme and something else, and you can have maybe an Italian style herb vinegar. So I hope you'll give this a try. Making your own herbal vinegars is a wonderful way to add your own personal signature to the vinaigrettes you make at home, and of course they make a lovely gift. Thank you for watching, and if you'd like to learn more about me or Open Heart Studios, please feel free to visit my blog, and the address is at the bottom of this video. Thank you.